Alright, what's going on there, people of YouTube? So, what I got here is a Mclaren 15 neck joint. As you see, has seen better days. So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to recone a sub, well, the way I do it. What was it, a video back in 2013, I did a Recone video of a DC sub, XL if I do believe. Pretty much process steps all the way through of how to do it. The only difference is, this one, most subs you know and everything have almost a drop-in kit. This one is not technically, this is more of a Recone. It's not a drop-in by any means. You have to do some soldering here on the coil to the leads here, and of course, well, this is nothing new. I mean, some FI subs like the Evils that's going in the Jeep have to be bolted to the actual basket, so they use a little bolt offset from the basket itself with some rubber. But other than that, let's get to it. If you got any questions, like I say, just let me know in the comments, and we'll see if we can't give y'all some proper how-to and techniques on this. Okay, so we got safety glasses. You don't want to put your fucking eye out. Trust me, that's probably not the best or wisest thing to use any of these, especially that, while cleaning this without safety glasses. 90-degree grinder, solder wire, solder gun, razor blade, tape, amazing goop from Lowe's, 5-minute epoxy from Lowe's, air nozzle, and some crimpers, wire cutters, just in case, you never know. So we got your courtesy of Mclaren. We got a little Recone kit here. Then we got the blown to pieces Mclaren 15-inch sub here. So that's the gist of what equipment we got going on with the Recone. So let's get to it. You wanna, in this case, I'll just go around here, take this razor blade. That's a hell of a fucking. All right, there we go. You're just gonna run around here, cutting this surround, forgetting it. So there we go. And obviously, because of the neck joint coming right up and out, most of the time you have to go down here and cut the spotter. So we'll just put this to the side. First things you're gonna see when with every sub comes different things. You got Phillips head screws down here. We're basically just going around here, taking these loose. Nothing to it. Ain't gonna bore you. I'm gonna speed this up. Alright, as you see, I wasn't doing that with the old manual. I'm just gonna use the little impact here, saving our screws. Okay, with what we're gonna do right here, take this screwdriver and you're gonna pry around here basically until you get this to come up unglued. Sometimes, not with these, but like say if you're just gluing them and you're not using a screws too, it's all glue. I take a hammer and I'll hit it, and hitting it around here and just working it will actually save you a lot of grinding because it'll break it loose from the actual basket. So yeah, it's not that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off for you. Okay, so it turns out after getting the metal ring off, you still have to cut it and grind it because it's being a piece of shit. So we'll go ahead and take a razor blade. As you see, I've already cut these leads from the terminals, and we're gonna just go around here and basically cut around there, pull that up and out, grind the hell out of the rest of that off that spider landing, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got this out, coil, ready to go, grind on the spider right here. Let's get rid of all this. But first, I didn't mention, we're going to take some tape. We're going to tape this pole down here off so that nothing gets in there. Yeah, we got this nozzle here that we can blow this out later, but you can tape it off, save some hassle of any metal getting down in there, magnetized to that pole, then that's great. So we're going to go ahead and tape that off and grind this flush. So next part you're going to see is going to be this cleaned up, and we're going to start by removing these terminals next off. Got this bad boy shining up here and everything, both the spider and the top part for the surround to be glued down. Right after I've done that, of course, I fixed these right here, these screws on this certain sub. Had to unscrew some Phillips heads for the leads that had a little terminal there that came off of the spiders. That I'm about to get to this in a second. What I've done here is soldered, I can show you, soldered just some little fork terminals to put underneath these Phillips head screws that go down to the push terminals. I have also soldered where the wire comes down off the coil, tuck these in right here. Actually, I wrapped the wire some up around the lead. Done that on all four. Soldered them up good. Now, most of the time, this needs to be gapped. It's about ½ an inch or so from the top, because you push that through the spider like so. But this, like I said, this little groove right in there usually gets some CA glue. And you usually, hold on, let me show you what we got here on the other one. See how that is? Roughly about ½ inch or so gap. It's just been epoxied. So this one is going to be roughly the same. You're just going to pull it up down into that little groove there against the edge of the coil and that first little suspension hump. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get ourselves some shims. I use just paper and put in here, and I just offset them. Some kits come with a shim that basically guides you up and everything depending on the voice coil size and all that good stuff. You're going to cut a piece of drawing paper. It's a little thickness to it, not like paper that you write on with lines. That's a little too thin in my opinion, because you have to have a little sturdiness, kind of like index cards. This allows you to, I'm going to bend this in, show you. See how it doesn't, this piece that I put in on the inside, it doesn't go fully around. So what I've got is a piece here, offset on this side, another one on this side, another one on this side. So they offset, and I don't know if you can see it. It's just basically pieces of paper that offset one another. It's pretty simple. So it finds its center point using this right here as a shim. I've always used these. Pretty simple. Let's see. I've got these down here ready to go soldered. I'm going to put some 5-minute epoxy on the top of these screw heads. Cone over here will be ready to put down after I put a layer of Loctite around the bottom of the spider landing. Then I'm going to screw each one of those screws right here back into place, and then be ready to put the Loctite when this goes down onto those little bad boys right there, as I will show you. So without further ado, let's get this thing going. Okay, so we got the spider landing here. The bolts all screwed in. All little screws, I should say. What we got here is this still our shim in there, guided. And we got our little pieces. I notched a little bit for the soldered spots here to go in. So now it's a matter of taking some of this, and we're just gonna pull it up all the way around there and cover these little bad boys right there. So I'm not doing this with one hand and everything, and making sure. Put the camera down. We'll get this this going here. Let's see. Got that next step done there. As you see, it is pulled up. Looking good, looking good. So now, I'm just gonna show you. I've put some of the goop around this outside, and yeah, it's doing good, holding good and everything. I got this piece right here for when this dries down there. We can pull these out, these shims, and it's basically a dust cap that goes down first, just like that, and then this one goes up. Obviously it's a big dust cap, so that's how that one works. And yeah, it wasn't too bad at all, actually. So there's your Mclaren 15 Recone, and now it's ready to play as soon as this dries, and go and put these two pieces of dust cap to add to the sub, so it'd be good to go. Okay, we got the shims right here pulled out. Of course, got that nice little epoxy bead around there. Give it a little test here. I know we're pretty close on that coil, but pushing it up and down there, it looks pretty good. So we'll mark that up as an A+. But so what we're gonna do, I'm not gonna glue them. Well, I am gonna glue them, but I'm not gonna wait to have them already glued up or whatever. But that goes there. Usually what I do is I'll take a mark. I'll measure up from this corner here, equal distance, and try to get it to where I can match this up close as I can, so I can center it. And of course, this goes right here. Actually goes right up to that lip there. And there we have it. Of course, it needs to be glued, but I'll give this till tomorrow. Of course, these will be ready for tomorrow too. So there we have it. One Mclaren 15 reconed and ready to go.